Okay, so my topic today is about real estate scams. Unfortunately, there's a lot of scumbags out there that are taking advantage of mainly the elderly people, okay? I know my demographics here at 870 The Answer. It's a little bit older, 60s, 70s, and 80s. And shame on them for taking advantage of you. But do not sign anything. And I know you want to be independent. Happens a lot. You don't want to tell your kids what you're doing. Maybe you need some money. Maybe you just want to put on solar. Be careful. There's a lot of solar scams out there. If you are thinking about solar, call me and I can recommend a family-owned business that I know and trust that will not take advantage of you. But if you're 90 years old, are you going to sign a 30-year solar lease? Really? Shame on the person that put that piece of paper in front of you. Don't do it. Wait. Call me. We'll get together. We'll talk. And then if I can give you better advice or I can give you the blessings, hopefully I can do that. I can save you some heartache because there's a lot of stuff you do not realize that is going to be attached to your real estate. Here's one. I heard about this, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. My cousin Mansour calls me and says, hey, I got this friend of mine who wants to list this house. I said, great. He goes, well, not with you. I go, what? No, he got this guy who came to his door or called him and said, hey, I will give you $5,000 up front. This guy was going to give him $5,000 in cash to sign a listing agreement for 40 years. Okay? Yeah, you heard me. He's going to, this person, this scam artist is going to give the seller, the owner, a $5,000 cash upfront to sign a document. Doesn't that sound shady right there? You know why? Because it is. So what you don't realize, you take the money and you're signing a listing agreement for your house. You cannot list that property with anybody else for the next 40 years, and you're signing a document that says you're going to pay them 3%, and you're going to pay the other agent whatever you're going to pay them, which is usually another 2.5% to 3%. So they're not doing you any favor. They're enticing you with this $5,000 upfront fee. If they do that 100 times, and trust me, they are, because I heard about it. My title rep came up to me and said, hey, check out the new scam. I said, you know what? I already know about it. Big in San Bernardino County. Okay, so I'm going to try to read this to you. There's a nationwide scam where homeowners are duped into signing a lien on their property in exchange for upfront payments. This is a warning from the San Bernardino County auditors, controller, and treasurer and tax collector. Okay, so they know what they're talking about because they're seeing these liens pop up. Next, real estate companies. This is a real estate company, and now you're finding out they don't have their license, because if they do have their real estate license, they could lose their license. So they're getting non-licensed people. But the idea, it is real estate related. So you are signing a listing agreement with an agent or with not an agent for an enticement. The real estate companies offer homeowners $5,000 in cash in return for the homeowner signing a homeowner's benefit agreement. What the heck is that? The agreement gives the company an exclusive right to serve as the listing agent, receiving 3% commission whenever the homeowner decides to sell their home. When the agreement is signed, the company files a memorandum lien with the county recorder's office. Let me tell you guys something. This is legal. You signed it, and it's binding for 40 years. Let's say, hey, you know what? I don't give a rip. I'll take the $5,000. If I die, they're out of luck. They put a lien on your house. So when your kids go to refinance, or you go to refinance, or you go to sell or to cancel, you have to pay them 3% of the sales price. What does that mean? On a $700,000 house, you have to pay them $21,000 just to go away for exchange of $5,000. Bad math, a bad practice, a total scam, but at the end of the day, it's legal. It's a legal scam because you signed it. And I remember my cousin tells me about this guy, and he calls me up and says, yeah, this guy's going to give me $5,000 in exchange for me to sign. I go, do you need the money? He goes, no. I said, why would you do it? I'll list your house anytime, anywhere for 3%. But see, that's the enticement part. You're saying, I get money up front, and I'm only paying 3%. You're only paying that dirtbag 3%. You still got to put it in the MLS and get the other agent from the other company 2.5% or 3%. They're not doing you any favors. You're paying 5.5% to 6%. Okay, so I hope I am encouraging you to not sign anything. Always take a breather and always call Gil.Azcarate at 818-632-8006. It's a quick phone call. You can take a picture of the document, you can scan it, you can email it, you can text it to me, but do not sign. Anybody who tells you it's a limited time only, tell them to go away.